All right, welcome to CP Digital Studio. Thank you guys for stopping by. You're busy, so I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I just want to talk about who we are and what we do differently than other website companies. First and foremost, again, we're cpdigitalstudio.com. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris Parks. I'm the owner of cpdigitalstudio.com. We focus on outcome-based web development with a side of technical SEO. If you don't know what that is, we'll explain later on in the video. But in short, we are in the business of helping your business grow and become better. We help small businesses all over the place, all over the country, quite literally, and we help customers win online. So the problem that most businesses face is what I call the invisible business. And again, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. We're going to speed through some of these things. The common pain points that I see often with you guys, and if you're here and watching this, this is probably you. You have an invisible barrier, meaning that your shop is probably online, whether it's top tier or not is debatable, but you're online, you have a website, but it's not really doing anything for you. It's not getting you leads, it's not allowing you to track what's happening. You may not have a booking system, you may not have a way to accept payments. You may have these things, but you don't know how to do them, and that's a problem. A lot of advertisers will then tell you if you just pour money into these advertising markets, whether that's a Meta ad or Google ad, you'll get results, but you may have tried that and realize that may not be the best solution because you might have just thrown money at the wind and lost money all the way through. So what do you need? What you need is an organic presence, and that's what we help do with your website. Most websites, when you build them, as far as GoDaddy, Wix, and WordPress, are just basic websites that we would call static. They may do one or two functions very well, and ultimately it was easy to set up, and so that's what you've been doing for the last however long you've been having your business. But when you go and talk about getting leads to those websites, your trust is earned, it is not bought. And so when you have your WordPress, your Wix, your whatever site, insert whatever site here, the website did its core function of showing people, what you do, but it didn't do the second part, which is getting people to your website in the first place and getting you ranked in top of Google so that way people can find you, trust you, and verify your business all within a few glimpses, as opposed to what they're probably doing now, which is just going to your website and clicking away from it because they don't know that they can actually trust you, right? So this is part one of what we do. We make sure that your website generates more leads so you can generate more customers and ultimately generate more income. We don't just build websites, we build customer acquisition systems. Quite literally, we make your website and format it in such a way where you actually get the outcomes that you're looking for. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just go to sleep, wake up the next day, and see in your inbox 5, 10, 15 messages from people that just found you online, that are interested in what you do, and decide that they want to partner with you? That would be amazing, right? You're not spending money on advertising. You're not doing just word of mouth. You're not sending out flyers. Just having the website exist. And from that, people ultimately find you. And then from there, begin to do business with you. That's an amazing outcome that most of us want. The reason why most people don't have it is because you don't have the right systems in place or have the right components in your website to actually ensure that Google finds you. A lot of this is algorithm speak. A lot of this is about coding. A lot of this is about ensuring that your website has different codes and algorithms in place so that people can find you. We build websites through code. We know what we're doing. We know how to make it so that way people can find you on Google as a first step. And then from there, that the Google algorithm can train not only its users, but the users trying to find you on how to navigate your website, how to find exactly what they're looking for, and to make sure that your website conveys the value to them so that way they can pay you and ultimately you get more customers. Increase volume in terms of leads, increase service bookings, and better quality prospects all around. What else do we do? We talk about full digital ownership. So one, the biggest thing with us, you're not paying monthly fees for your website. We build the website once, we hand code it so that way you have all the tools that you need within the website. And then from that, we focus on technical SEO, which means that we work with the algorithms on both Google and Meta to make sure that your site, your platform, your social media presences are known and that you're seen. All of these things work together because if people don't know you or they can't find you, that makes it harder for them to be able to do business with you. The easier people can find you, the more the higher you are on the tier in terms of results with Google and with Meta, the better people will be able to find you, the better your business will perform. All of these are done through bespoke designs and bespoke custom, I would say, coding. We work on the back end to make sure that all of these things flow together. And because I know what I'm doing in terms of software, I'm able to literally route your website, your content, to be one of the first things that people see to, again, build trust and ultimately get more people to you. Option three, wouldn't it be nice if you could just dominate the Google search? When people go into your name, like you would with me, if you go to Google and type in cpdigitalstudio.com, right there. I probably should put it on the slide, but I didn't. Whatever. You can go online and see for yourself. If you Google my name, you'll see my top results there. Wouldn't it be nice to have the same thing done with you? We help you do that. So that way, as this graph shows, by month one, you're getting slowly but surely, the algorithm starting to understand who you are and what you do. By month six, we're starting to increase that traffic. And by month 12, a year, you're starting to see that you're not only getting increased leads, but higher intent, higher quality leads, people that are more interested in what you have to offer and with a higher intent to buy because the algorithm is really, really good at what it does, but it has to be configured in order for you to dominate. Um, you need to have trust when it comes to your website. This is what we do. We not only make a custom, unique, good looking website for you, but we make sure that we partner with the other social media platforms, whether it's Google, not Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. So that way you're building this quite literal digital platform where people know that they can trust you based off of how you present yourself online and based off of how your website interacts with all of these things. We can track not only how much people trust you, but the ways in which the core products or services that you're offering that they're really interested in. So that way you have knowledge of all of these things as well, right? And so, um, the biggest thing that you're probably here for is this. Most web developers will tell you that we'll build you a website. We're gonna give you, an average, layout. You still have to build it, and there's a promise there of SEO that doesn't really exist because it's just you can set these things up on Google, and that's pretty much your version of SEO. What we do is we make sure, one, that your website is owned 100% by you. That means you're not paying us to have your website just exist. You're not paying us a monthly fee or anything like that. You're ultimately saving money. We make sure that your loading speeds for your websites are fast, along with various other systems within the website, whether we're talking about tracking how many people go into your website, whether we're talking about inventory, and how those systems work together, payment processors, booking, all of these things work together in terms of systems, and we create these things for you. On top of all of this, the back-end systems that make your business work, we focus very heavily on making sure that people can find you. This is what's called technical SEO, search engine optimization, basically being found on Google, being found on Bing, being found on social media platforms. All of these things work together because the more that people see you, the more that you're visible, the more that your digital presence looks good online, the higher trust that you have, which means the higher intent that people will have when they go to your website to purchase something from you once they realize what you do and who your brand is. And we do all of this through customization. Um, but before we get to that, we have three simple steps. First, we audit and determine what strategy we need to take for your business. We never just dive straight into it. We always ask you, what do you do? How do you do it? How long have you been doing it for? So that way we can get an understanding of what you're selling, what product you're offering, and why people should book with you or do business with you. Because if we don't know that, we can't possibly make a website that exceeds the expectations that you're looking for. We have to know what you're doing. From that, we actually go into the coding aspect and making your website from scratch so that way so that way your website begins to work for you. Not just in a way where people can find out who you are, but building in all of those systems together. So if you need inventory tracking, we build that. If you need web development tracking in terms of who's going to your website, what pages they're going to, if they add an item to the cart and they take it out, we need metrics and data to understand all of that so that way you can make the best decisions for your business. We build all of these designs in place so that way when people go to these different functions, not only does it look seamless and not only does it look trustworthy, but you actually have a system in place that begins to work for you, not against you. Not a static build, but an actual digital presence online and a system that begins to track all of these things together, gather all of the data, and present it to you in an easy way so that way you can make the best decision for your business. From there, we begin to launch. And once we launch and we go through the technical SEO process, you begin to dominate. You begin to see your results on top of the screen. You begin to see your results in Google and social media platforms. The algorithm begins to do its work based off of what we presented in the website. And from there, you begin to win. If you have any questions about how good we are, go to our website, cpdigitalstudio.com. We've done hundreds of websites for businesses, so we're really good at what we do. We've done hair salons, we've done boat cruises, we've done construction, we've done e-commerce stores in terms of candles and other things like jewelry. We've done it all. So, whatever problems you're facing in your business, whether you have issues with tracking inventory, whether you have issues with distribution, whether you have issues with getting ranked on Google, whatever you're dealing with, your problems are not unique. We've done this before. We've done this many times before. So, we know exactly what to do to make sure that your business is successful. So, if you're ready, click the link in the description, or if you're on the website, just go to our website at cpdigitalstudio.com. You can shoot me an email and we'll get started on making sure that your website and your digital platforms are all working seamlessly to give you the best results possible.